The whole way, buddy. Good morning, guys. Hey, I know that I switched things around today, but I did it for a very good reason. Hold on, let me shut my door. 1 second. All right, so I did it for a good reason. I have just a couple of things that I was afraid I wouldn't make it back at noon to be able to host our call. So I wanted to just go live in here, which is really cool that you can actually create a way to go live within a group. So here I am, we're live, it's recording, and this link actually becomes the recording. So if you're listening to this later, you just click this link. And if you have personally sponsored coaches that are a part of this Coach University, you can literally just send them, this link and they can catch up to speed. So we are in week 3 of our Dream Team Coach University. We have kicked off pre-season for the Spring into Health and Fitness Challenge Group through the Beachbody Challenge Tracker app on Monday. And everybody has the option to do the 3-day refresh, right? Now, here's the thing. I know that some of you are sitting there saying, but I didn't get anybody, or I'm having a really hard time getting people to commit, or people are giving me price objections, or people don't want to buy Shakeology. I get it. Like, I got a lot of that in my first month as a coach, right? I was number one, creating credibility through my social media. So people weren't quite sure what I was doing yet, and I didn't have enough validity because they weren't sure if it worked. Maybe you have a little bit of a background, or you are somebody that's into health and fitness, so people naturally trust you. So it might be a little easier for you. But bottom line is this: no matter where you are at this point in your business, you still have a lot of time left to reach the goal. And we all said that the goal this month is to hit Success Club 5, which means your job is to find 3 people that are going to join a challenge group, because we're going to talk about options now about challenge groups. So join a challenge group with Shakeology on Home Direct or a challenge pack. If they sign up as a coach with a challenge pack or HD, that counts as 2 points as well. Your job is to get 3 of those people. One of the things that I have learned is you do not stop until the clock strikes midnight on the last day of the month, because I promise you, you can make a lot happen in a little bit of time with the right focus and the right intention. Now, we don't want to go spamming people and selling and just posting ads, but we are going to talk a little bit about some options for you, okay? So with that being said, let's say you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 customers in the Spring into Health and Fitness group. Number 1, make sure that they're added in there, all right? Make sure they've received the invite to the app. If you yourself are not a part of the Spring into Health and Fitness group, you need to send me your name, you need to send me your email address, and if you have people that have committed to a challenge pack or Shakeology and the fitness program, then I need their name and email as well. Once you're logged into the Challenge Tracker app, you'll receive an email that will be the invite. You'll download the app. You will log in to the app, and that is where you will participate. As the coach, you are one of the coaches. You are co-hosting it. You do not have to post the post of the day like you see me doing every single day. But what you do have to do, what your responsibility is, to practice what you preach, to lead by example. I expect for you to participate in the group. I expect for you to tag your customers. I expect for you to share recipes and share your weekly meal plan and your daily accountability and your Shakeology. I expect you to interact in the group just as if you were a hosting coach. You're not stepping on my toes. I don't care if you share recipes. I don't care if you share videos. I welcome that camaraderie and support. So please, please go in there and interact in that challenge group. The more interaction, the more people that are in there, the better the group will be. So as a coach that is a part of this challenge group, right? How do you support your customers? So you support your customers by, number 1, sending them a private message, especially today, it's Wednesday. We've been in the challenge group for 3 days now. Ask them, are you feeling comfortable with the Challenge Tracker app? Did you figure out how to download it? Have you done your before pictures and your measurements and your weights? Have you filled out your goal statement? Can you send me a copy of your goal statement, right? Then you say, okay, did they get Beachbody on demand and they haven't picked their program yet? You want to help them narrow that down. Show them where to find the nutrition guide, the program manual, and the list of, and the tracking sheets. So those are things that are really important that you want to do for your customers to make sure that they have a smart start on the first day. That is very crucial to your success, okay? So with that being said, you wanna make sure that you're supporting your customers, that you're helping them to get started. Then at the end of the week, especially like Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're gonna really talk about meal planning and grocery shopping. You can have side conversations, text messages, emails with all of your people, right? It's really, really important for you to make sure that you are helping those customers to get the best results, keeping them engaged. You can't just let the group do it for you. Those are the people that kind of fade into the darkness. On Monday, you text everybody, it's day one, let's do this. Don't forget to post your sweaty selfie in the group, and you lead by example, right? You go in, you post your workout, you tag your customers, and we rock and roll. So make it a point to be interactive. Make it a point to be consistent. Don't be a quitter. Like, don't start a program and then disappear, because as the coach, you have to lead by example. So this is your accountability as well. Okay, so let's say that you haven't gotten any customers yet to join, and so it's Wednesday, and here's the deal. It's okay for you to continue to invite people to join this Spring into Health and Fitness Challenge group. When they buy a challenge pack, immediately let me know when they've bought it. I'll add them to the group. Now, they might be a little bit behind, but that's okay. You can catch them up to speed. We're not technically starting workouts till Monday, which is okay. And they may just not have their Shakeology for the first few days. Again, not a tremendous bad thing, right? At least they're getting started and you're not making them wait a whole nother month. The other thing is, let's just say that, for example, you did not get anybody and you are having zero luck. What I want you to do is I want you to take a step back for a moment, and I want you to ask yourself, am I doing the things that, I want you to get real with yourself. Am I doing the things that I need to be doing in order to gain traction? So number one, I tell you to post on social media, Instagram or Facebook, not because I just want to give you an assignment to do, but because it has a purpose. And the purpose is that you are trying to gain traction and following on your social media. The goal is to get eyes on you, for people to see, okay, she's not just preaching about this challenge group, but she's walking the walk. She's doing the workouts. I see pictures of her food. She's showing me what she's doing. It's inspiring that she's pressing play every day. And I know that she has kids or a family or a full-time job. Your job is to be on social media sharing that lifestyle to inspire other people to join. Because if you are omitting the posting part of it and you're doing all the other steps, for example, let's say you're omitting because you're afraid to put yourself out there. You're omitting that part of posting on social media, but you're inviting through private message, and you're adding new contacts, and you're reaching out to people. When somebody reaches out to me and invites me to try a product or join a group or purchase something, the first thing I do, if I do not know that person, or even if I do know that person, I haven't connected with them in a while, I am actually going to go to their Facebook or their Instagram account, and I'm going to look over the last 10 to 15 posts. And that is going to be the deal breaker. Because if there is nothing about nutrition, fitness, recipes, accountability, positivity, motivation, results, I'm going to be like, this person, I don't even know what they sell. I don't know if they actually are successful at it. They have no credibility to me whatsoever. I make a decision to not answer and move on. You lost me as a customer at that point. So what I need you to do is envision what kind of experience you want people to have when they come to your page. So it is your job as a Beachbody coach to share the lifestyle. It doesn't mean you have to post 50 selfies a day, but it does mean you have to take that extra step to say, here is a day in the life of the 21-day fix. Here is my breakfast. Here is my snacks. Here is my lunch. Here is my dinner. You can see I am actually doing that with a 3-day refresh. I've been doing that day 1 and day 2. You can see a collage on my timeline. I went live about the fiber sweep. I'm talking about my experience with the 3-day refresh. I'm taking people on the journey with me. What I'm not doing is saying, buy the 3-day refresh, buy the 3-day refresh. Here's the link, here's the link. but I'm taking people on the journey, which means it's piquing interest. I'm answering questions. I'm getting them to get engaged and join alongside of me. So that is very important in this process, is that you are sharing that, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or both. Got it? So you need to be posting on social media. Take a step back and hover. Pretend like you're an outsider and you've just been invited by yourself. You go to your own Facebook page. What do you see? Is it clear that you are a health and fitness coach? Is it clear that you are on a journey to bettering yourself? Or is it not very clear? Do I not see anything that really drives people in your direction? So I think that's the biggest part. Now, if you, again, say to yourself, I'm doing all of those things, I'm messaging people, I'm not getting traction, here is the key. Are you inviting enough? And are you word vomiting too much and you are maybe turning people off? And this is the part of business where it's a learning curve. You sort of have to fail your way forward. I fumbled through what I like to call word vomit, where I was just like spewing a ton of information at people and they were just tuning me out. And so through that process, I realized, well, I'm not actually getting any sales from this. I'm not actually getting any results from this. So I took a step back and I hovered over my conversations and I said, am I overwhelming people with too much information? I think I am. And so I stopped and I got into the habit of keeping it short and sweet. And I thought about myself. And I thought about the fact that I don't like to read really long emails. Why would my customers want to read really long emails? I don't need all of that detail. I don't need to give everybody, when the minute they say, yes, I'm interested, the start to finish conversation. Break it down, small manageable chunks. If somebody likes or comments on your post about your challenge group and they say, I'm interested, then you send them a message. You say, hey, Sally, I saw you were interested in my Spring into Health and Fitness group. Tell me a little bit more about what interests you in the group. Are you doing a current workout? Are you following any nutrition plan? And what questions do you have for me? That starts the conversation. I'm gathering information. I'll ask them, once they respond back, I read what they say, I take it in, and I'm not responding thinking I just need to get to the challenge pack. I'm responding to what they're saying. So I'm having a conversation about them to find out who they are. Then from that step, I am going to say, okay, I think this challenge group would be amazing for you because you said you really struggle with accountability and meal planning. We are going to talk about meal planning, and I'm going to give you recipes, and the whole group is going to share their meal plans, and I'll share with you healthy snack ideas that have worked for me. And you said you struggle with accountability. Well, the challenge group is great because every day you log in, there are a group of women in there that are all supporting one another. You have this support system around you that is going to keep you on track. And my job as a coach is to help you start and finish the program to get results. I think it would be great. And I really think that as you're talking to me, the 21 Day Fix would be the best program for you because you said you really struggle with meal planning. It lays it out. Super simple, easy to follow, and you have a mixture of cardio and strength training, and it's perfect for beginner, intermediate, advanced. You can follow the modifier if you need to. And then I say, does that sound like something you would like to do? I wait for the response back. If they say yes, then at that point I say, okay, here's what we need to do. In order to be a part of the group, you need to have both the fitness program and Shakeology for 30 days. The best way to get it, the bundle right now that is on sale, is $160. It comes with the ability to stream every single fitness program in the Beachbody On Demand library. So even after you finish this 21 days, you can just move on to the next program. It also gives you 30 days of Shakeology. It gives you the portion controlled containers, and it's discounted price and discounted shipping. Here is the link. As soon as you make that purchase, let me know. I will make sure it goes through okay. I will add you to the group and get you up and running. I am so excited to help you reach your goals. We are gonna rock this summer together, all right? Super easy. Also, voice messaging. There is a function on your Facebook, on your messages, if you click on Messenger, that allows you to voice message somebody. And so what you can do is you can actually go in here and you can click the little microphone button, and it allows you to record a video, and you can send somebody a live video, or not a live video, a live message. And so if you have trouble communicating what you want to say, just hold the button in and talk. You know, hey, Jamie, I'm so excited you got back to me. I really would love to have you as a part of the group. Let me just give you the details. I'm driving, and it's just so much easier to talk it out. So I love challenge groups, blah, blah, blah. Got it? So that's something that you can do as well if you're struggling with getting your message across. Lastly, if you need, get on the phone. If you're a phone person, if you want to have a conversation, if you want to meet somebody for coffee, go for it. There is nothing saying you don't have to do those things. But I just know for me, I always have kids around. I always have something going on. So it's easier for me just to voice message or type on the computer or whatnot, or through Messenger, because it's harder for me to find those pockets of time to talk on the phone. Maybe you drive, you have an hour commute both ways to work, and it'd be easier for you to actually get on the phone. All right, so if you haven't reached your goal of getting 3 to 5 people yet, what is the next step? Well, I've done this before, where my first challenge group that I advertised for, it did not go as planned. I thought it was an awesome idea. Not everybody else thought it was an awesome idea. What I ended up doing was that challenge group date came and went. I had 0 people to join. Sure, I was a little deflated for a few moments, but I picked myself up by my bootstraps and I said, no, I'm going to pretend like this challenge group went off without a hitch. I'm going to pretend like it was the best thing since sliced bread, and I am focused on moving forward. And so what I did was I picked another challenge group start date, and that's exactly what I want you guys to do. So let's get out our calendar. Let's look. Today is today's the 19th. Let's go to May 1st. May 1st will be your next challenge group start date. Give it a name. Make an event. Do exactly what you did before. But this time you say, oh my gosh, I had such an overwhelming response to my challenge group. It is full. And so I have to start a second one because I don't want to leave anybody out. And I know it's only 30 days till summer. Easter is gone. We're detoxing from the Easter candy. Let's keep each other accountable and get on the right track. You give it a name, you create that little banner, you literally go back and do everything we did for this Spring into Health and Fitness group again. It does not matter that you got nobody for that group. You just be confident with the fact that, hey, didn't go the way I planned. It's not going to get me down. Because here's the thing. In business, you're going to have ideas, or you're going to have instances where you just missed the mark, and bad timing, learning curve, life. I mean, if you quit now, you really didn't give it enough time to work. And I know for me, it took me 90 days, 120 days, 6 months to get that traction. I didn't have a lot of Facebook followers. I wasn't seen as somebody into health and fitness. I had to work hard for my first 5 Success Club points. But what ended up happening is I stayed consistent. I hope you're all reading The Compound Effect. I stayed consistent. I stayed focused. I posted consistently. I got out there. I shared my results. I went through my own physical transformation, and I trusted the process. And I knew that if I showed up every day and I showed people that it worked, eventually people would join me. And I refused to settle for quitting, because that's not what I envisioned when I signed up as a coach. And I know all of you have a vision and a why of why you're here and why you want to be a Beachbody coach. And I don't want you to lose sight of that because you had a rough time getting your first couple of customers. So I want you to say to yourself, I got this. I will rock Success Club in the first month of my business. I will get those 3 to 5 customers. And if you want to co-run, because I am not running a challenge group on May 1st, you will have to, take the scripts from the guide section and you will have to run this group yourself. I encourage you to reach out to some other people that are a part of this Coach University. Co-run it together. Make a post in the newsfeed on our Vimify page and just say like, hey, I'm going to start a challenge group on May 1st. Does anybody want to co-run it with me? You post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They post Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You both share Sunday. And you lessen the load. And maybe you have 3 people and they have 3 people, and together you have, 6, and then you guys make 8. That's perfect. So don't sell yourself short. Don't get inside your own head. Don't let any sort of setback become the reason you quit. So take a moment and say to yourself, okay, what's my why? What is my why in this business? Why did I sign up to be a coach? I think back to, the first month when I signed up as a coach and I started to see the possibilities. I started to see my team, my upline, and the income that they were making and the lives they were changing. And I thought, I want that. I want that for my family. I want to take those vacations. I want those rewards trips. I want that paycheck. And I wrote that down. And then when the going got tough, and it did, every month for the first 6 to 8 months, I was like, can I really do this? Did I bite off more than I can chew? Am I really meant to be successful? I would read that why. And then I would look at those people that I was following, that I was inspired by, and I would say, they're normal people. They're no different than me. If they can do it, so can I. And I pulled on my big girl pants and I got myself back on track. So with that being said, business activity tracker, you've got to work this, guys. I promise you, if you put yourself out there, you will get to the bottom line. Reading that personal development, sharing your journey as you progress. All right. And starting that challenge group, inviting those people, following up. The key is in the follow-up. Go back through everybody that has signed, that you talked to in the month of April and say, hey, I know I talked to you at the beginning of the month and you were busy and timing wasn't good, but I decided I'm hosting a second group because I filled up the first one and this might be better timing for you. So I wanted to reach out. Follow up. Who cares? Even if they ignored you, follow up. All right. So can I count on you guys to rock the rest of the month and end April being a success starter? I want to shout you out. I want to celebrate your successes and your victories. So let's rock and roll with this business, with the rest of this month. If you have any questions at all, please go ahead and send me a private message. Post in the thread here and ask any questions that you have. And then I will come back in later this evening and answer all of the questions and make sure you guys are feeling supported in this journey. All right. So have a wonderful Wednesday. We are going to rock this business and you guys are all going to crush it. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.